Show you a really good reason why growing chufa in sand is the preferred thing to do. Now, if you're just raising birds and you want to grow chufa to help feed your birds, your poultry, your ducks and turkeys and chickens and all, it doesn't matter as much. But if you're harvesting some of this for seed or for human consumption, to make horchata, to make milk, to make ice cream, to make flour for baking, to make wine, check this out. When it grows in a very sandy soil, like out here on these sandy flats at these old sand and gravel pits, sand enriched with sufficient organic matter to grow well, the tubers don't get stuck in the dirt as much. They stay on the roots. It's easier to shake off the sand, I'm saying, and then just pick the tubers off one by one and put them in a container. I've grown some of these in some other area where the soil was just a little more dense, and it was not as easy to do this. It was almost like I had to sift through the soil there, and plus there were some rocks and little gravel and rocks. Well, we got gravel and rocks out here too, little ones, but it's so much easier to harvest these because they're staying intact on the roots. I think you also want to harvest this for human consumption. You want to harvest this before some serious first frosts. Get it when it's nice and fresh and still well adhered to the plants. These plants, there's been a first one night early frost which browned some of these tops here, but most of it is still growing and doing okay until more serious cold weather comes. So I'm out here harvesting some right now, and basically I'm just doing a little bit of a shovel there at the base, get it under there a bit to lift it up, and I'm just grabbing the tops, and I got high-powered glasses on so I can see what's going on. I don't see any nuts dropping off in there. They're adhering to the plant, to the roots. This is nice because then I can just shake the sand off. Okay, so I guess you could consider this particular plant grown from 1 or 2, maybe 3 seeds. Could be just one, but one thing you want to play around with, just, so you can know kind of what yield you got, is count the number that you get off of one of these plants. Let's just count these and see what it comes up to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 'Okay, we got 41 out of that plant. It's actually, if I look at the root systems here, I'm seeing You know, that there was maybe originally, right in that, there was a clump, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. So to get 40 nuts from 4 plants, that's 10 per. I mean, some you're going to get 40 from the plant. Look, these are the small ones. You get some of these out here, they say, you know, that they can grow up to 100 per plant. And in any case, it's a good yield factor. You put in 1 nut, and then in 3 months, you've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times as many, depending. I mean, here I got a nice little tiny plant, just a little tiny one, and, there's some big ones on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 good ones there. So, in the least, you're going to get a tenfold increase. You plant 50 pounds, you're going to get 500 pounds. And bear in mind, these ones haven't even grown a full season. You got to lose these turkey hunters. They're planting them much earlier than we are here. They're planting them in June and July and such. And we don't make flowers till, late August. Okay, so we still see plants with green. They're still growing. There's no sense in harvesting those. Let's let them grow further. We're just getting some of the ones that were killed prematurely from that early frost. So we're going to go through some more and find ones that do look like they've pretty much been killed off at the tops. And we're going to do a harvest, and we're going to make some milk and some flour for baking, and we plan to make a batch of wine today. And we're also going to be working with white turmeric and lunar white carrots today in the winemaking. All right, look at this nice bunch here. I often work with a tray. I got a tray with 1/4-inch hardware cloth, and I'll shake things out over that. That's the way to do it, because these things won't pass through. Most of them won't pass through 1/4-inch hardware cloth, but there are small ones that can. Okay, so off that one little, there's a few little plants together here. So off that one, we just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I got 9 good ones out of that one. Here's a big bunch where I see, like, there's probably 3, 4 seeds that went into the plants for this bunch right here. But the nice thing, again, my main point I wanted to make is with the sand, you can shake this sand off without losing the nuts. The nuts are adhered better to the roots. And that's not the case with all soils. With other soils, it's very difficult to get them out of there. You got to sift the whole soil out. So this is going well. Let's just see how many we get out of these bunches right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45. Okay. So we got 45. And again, that was from 1, 2, 3, or 4 seeds, and they clump together a lot at that times when they grow when you put out the seed. So it's better than a tenfold factor. But it can be up to a 100-fold factor. It's with the bigger ones. I mean, we're gonna let these things grow, and we've seen in past times we've grown this that there's much more than tenfold. But tenfold itself is pretty nice. I mean, if you plant 50 pounds of Chufa and come up with 500 pounds out of it, I mean, that's a bit of product there. That's a bit of material to feed some critters, make some edibles. So sand is preferred. Sand with a bit of organic matter. We're using organic compost that we're producing using goat poops and leaves from the woods and moss and rotted wood from the woods and forestry mulching, wood chip material, grasses and different greens that have been ground up, and weeds and things that have been pulled. So the compost is together with ash and charcoal. We add some lime. Sometimes we don't have the lime and we're using more ash and charcoal. But it's growing very well in soil that otherwise might not produce so much with some of your typical store vegetables and such. And again, this is all for the ducks, really. The main reason we grow these wide rows is so we can rotate a little trailer down along here and the ducks can get in and indulge in these nutritious, delicious nuts.